So adhesive vinyl is great for all sorts of items, but it can get a little bit overwhelming deciding what to make, especially if you're new to owning a Cricut or Cameo or any other type of vinyl cutting machine. So I thought in this video I would just go over some items that are ideal for vinyl application, and then I'll give you an example of where you can often find them. So this is specifically for adhesive vinyl, so sticky vinyl, not iron-on vinyl, because if I did both I might be here all day. So let's get to it. One of the most common items you probably see with vinyl on is bottles, cups, mugs and tumblers, so drinkware. And you can get so many different styles, colours, sizes, types, materials, that it makes sense that it's one of the most common ones you see. And although they're usually curved, they are pretty easy to apply vinyl to. Just make sure that if you want to sell them, that you're checking the quality first. And vinyl isn't often dishwasher safe, so you would need to make your customers aware of that as well. Amazon is a great place to check for drinkware blanks, as they often do good bulk buying deals, but you can also get them as singular items as well. So it's great if you're just wanting some basics to practice on. It also helps that they usually have pretty extensive reviews as well. Amazon is probably one of the best places to find vinyl blanks in general, actually, especially if you want like a quick turnaround delivery. So do check all of the items I'm about to mention on there as well when you're kind of comparing prices and quality. The next items are jars, containers and storage boxes. Vinyl is perfect for making labels to help you keep your home organised, and there are a lot of different containers that it sticks well to, so you can choose a design that best fits your aesthetic. Plastic and glass containers are usually the best for this, because vinyl doesn't always stick as well on fabric boxes or anything with kind of an uneven surface. For storage containers, I usually try my local homeware shops first, as they tend to have the best prices. So IKEA does some quite good jars and containers for a pretty good price. And then here in the UK, so do places like Wilko, The Range, Home Bargains. And then I can imagine Target and Dollar Tree would probably do quite similar items in the US. But do let me know in the comments if you have any secret spots for finding good home organisation basics. Acrylic and wood. So if you want to make large signs for weddings, events or just your home, then acrylic and wood are great options for this. If you want larger pieces, then local stores are usually the best option for this, and then you don't have to pay massive delivery fees. So look for local plastic sheet suppliers or kind of timber yards and places like that in your local area. When it comes to application with acrylic, try not to touch it too much, just because it picks up fingerprint marks and dust really easily. And when it comes to wood, it is much better if it is really well sanded, so it's very smooth. And then vinyl does tend to stick better if the wood is stained, painted and or sealed. Out of the two, acrylic is a little bit easier to apply to, but it really depends what kind of style and look you're going for. Wood and acrylic can also be used for smaller pieces as well, obviously, like acrylic keychains and wood plaques. And there are a number of online retailers who sell these kind of blanks specifically for crafters. A few examples include Acrylic Craft and Woodform Crafts in the UK, My Craft Source and Craft Chameleon in the US, and then Etsy for various countries. There are loads on there. I will make a list of everything I mentioned in here on my website, so you can use it as a handy resource when you're looking for vinyl blanks, and I will link that in the description. So if you have any other recommendations of great places that you find your vinyl blanks, do please let me know and I will add them onto the list as well. Frames and mirrors are also great choices for signs, and you can also make great gifts out of them as well. Or you can just add vinyl to mirrors you already have up in the house as a little reminder or affirmation as well. Just don't put vinyl on anything that is an heirloom, because when you remove the vinyl it may leave some sticky adhesive which will probably need like scrubbing off, and you don't want to ruin that prized family mirror in the process. If you want to buy larger mirrors and frames in particular, these can be quite expensive. So if I'm looking for stuff like this, I usually scour local thrift shops, charity shops, and second-hand places, because that's where a lot of really nice ornate frames and mirrors usually end up. Or you could also try the home shops that I mentioned earlier in Where to Find Containers. If your writing and drawing with chalk isn't quite up to scratch and you want to make a really lovely sign with a chalkboard, then vinyl does work on those as well. And they make really great wedding signs and first day of school signs. All you need to do is make sure that the chalkboard is as free of chalk dust as possible before you apply. I often see these in craft shops like Hobbycraft or The Works here in the UK, and I'm sure they'll be in Hobby Lobby and Michael's in the US as well. Or maybe look at a school supplier store and see if there are any good prices there as well. Then cutting boards and trays can make great seasonal items and gifts and are usually pretty easy to apply to because they're flat. Vinyl isn't usually food safe, however, so they're not really suitable for eating off. They are more of a decorative item. But they're usually very easy to find in supermarkets and home stores as well for a decent price. And they come in all different shapes, sizes and styles as well. So again, you've got loads of choice when it comes to those. Then my last idea for you is ceramic tiles. These are also super easy to add vinyl to and make great decorative gifts and coasters. And the best thing about them is that they're super easy to find in local hardware stores, and you can usually pick up single ones in all different colours and patterns for pretty reasonable prices. So they are especially perfect for practicing on. So those are just a few ideas of things that you can start with that are pretty simple to apply vinyl to and are really easy to find as well. Of course, you can just use things you already have in the house, and you can also apply vinyl to walls and windows. But hopefully this has just given you a little bit of inspiration to get going if you haven't already. If you do want to get into selling, then it is probably best to look at wholesaler retailers for this. You will have to buy in bulk, so that means you'll be spending a much bigger amount all at once, but it does mean that per product it will be a much lower price, and then you can make a bigger profit when you sell it. There are loads of these type of companies out there, but when it comes to items for your business, you really need to do your research to make sure the quality is good enough, that delivery isn't going to be too difficult, and that you're getting the best price possible for your items. Again, do let me know if I have missed your favourite supplier and I will add them onto my list, especially if you are in Canada, Australia, New Zealand or Europe. I apologise, I didn't put many suppliers in this video for you, but I do have resources for you on my website and I would love to add to them. I hope you found that helpful. Anyway, please don't forget to like, follow and subscribe for more videos like this in future.